Welcome to Asana Day 16. We're in the lovely green room and I have the lovely Rosie with me again. We're now moving into seated poses, and you will find that in some of these seated poses your body is suited to them, and others they just feel very difficult. So we work with that. We can use props, we can use modifications as needed. So we're going to start in a pose called Gomukhasana, so the cow face pose. And you can be the judge as to whether it looks like a cow's face. It's kind of hard to see that. But Rosie, start, if you come to the center of your mat, so that you've got mat to the left and right of you, rather than sitting the way I'm sitting like that. So this way your whole lower body is on the mat. And then if you would sit your hips off to the left side, Rosie, please. So sit your bum over onto the floor, and then her feet are behind her like this. And now, as elegantly as you can, lift your right leg and bring your right thigh over your left thigh so that your knees line up like this and your feet come out either side of you. And hers just do it really well, really balanced. She's very happy. Her whole pelvis is on the floor. The tendency will be to rise up through the hip of the top leg. So I would suggest kind of grounding down a little bit here into the earth with your outer right hip. And that's a beautiful base, and she's very happy, and you can see that. If she wasn't happy, what I would do would be to offer her a block. If you come up for a second, and I say to block in, and then the block comes up and makes it easier on the hips, makes it easier to get the leg further over and get that cross in the thighs. But she doesn't need it, but if you want to keep it, you can, for a luxurious cow face. Okay, so there's two parts to Gomukhasana, cow face, and the second part is the arms. It's the wrap of the arms. So the arms will mimic something similar to what the legs are doing. So with the right leg on top, it's going to be the bottom arm. So they always work counter to each other. So to begin with, Rosie, if you inhale, bring both arms out to the side. Take a breath and get long through the side of your body, so you become buoyant and alive and aware in the pose. And now, bend your right arm, that's it, bend your right arm, and bring your hand up behind your back. So I'll kind of do it here, that's it. And then inhale and lift your left arm, bend the elbow and take hold of your hand, like this. And so the legs are really easy for Rosie, but the arms aren't really easy for her. So there's a bit of a distance between both hands. So we can correct that by using a belt, and I'm going to crawl over here to get a belt. And if you release your arms, please, Rosie. And we'll do the other side. And you know, why don't you turn around so that people can see what you're actually doing with your arms. So just come over, start again just kneeling, and this time sit your hips off the other side. Keep the whole of your base on your mat though, because you've got your feet on the floor. That's it. And now bring the left leg over, so she's just reversing so that we can do the opposite arms. And then she did with the block. Do you want it again? There you go. So up she goes onto the block, and this becomes easier. Take a breath, get long through your side body, keep your shoulder blades back. And now inhale. So this time it'll be the right arm that will be the top arm. So in the top arm, you can hold the belt and hold it like that, so you're holding both sides and you have a nice loop. And then that will be a nice extension for your arms. So to begin with, use your breath and get buoyant again, and bring on an inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder level, and then bend your left elbow and bring your hand up your back. And I would suggest that if your hand doesn't easily go up your back, that you actually use the other arm to kind of whoosh it up a bit. And then inhale and bring your arm up over your head. Make that long, because if you want your hand to reach, you're going to have to make that as long as possible. And there she is, quite happily using her belt. Now what you'll notice is that the body will kind of twist to get hold of the belt, So use your breath to turn your inner body so that your breastbone kind of lines up with your knee. So, this is the back of the cow's face, so it's the cow's back pose. Wonderful for opening the outer hips and for balancing out the pelvis. And of course, this action in the arms, it's not easy, and for some people you'll see them, they'll wrap very easily and they'll clasp their whole hands, but for others it's not that easy. So for the shoulders, it's a real shoulder opener and will help to open the front chest as well. And another tendency you to watch out for is throwing the head up or to the side to accommodate this arm. So again, just keep your gaze straight in line with your top knee. And then to come out of it, release your belt. And then you can, well done, and you can lean forward and unravel your legs. That's it. And then out you come. Gomukhasana, cow's face. Thank you, Rosie. Namaste.